Check 1 2. Excuse me. Ooh, it's too loud. Check 1 2. 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 Check. Check 1 2. I'm at a cafe, coffee shop, if you will. So I'm at a coffee shop with a cappuccino, and I'm gonna do the daily study group today. If the internet drops out, it's because I got booted off. Just a quick just so y'all know what's up. My name is Miguel Coronado. I'm an illustrator living in Austin, Texas. I am currently at a cafe called the Spider House. Cafe and bar. That's it. I'm streaming from this coffee house today. And let's get started on some studies. You can find my work at www.mciii.net. I'm username Mike086 on Crimson Daggers. CG Hub MCIII. But Mike086 is my typical username. And you can just Google search my name and find my profiles. Miguel Coronado III. Thank you for joining. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/IIIMCIII. Lots of I's. Anyway, let's get started with something. Let's get started with study. Sunday, it's the weekend. I feel like we should do something different today. So, probably do some kind of still life. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on that photo study possibly. Let's do that. Let's just do this photo study. It looks a little janky. We've been working on this the past couple days. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here with my liquify tool and adjust him a little bit. Yesterday I didn't have any music playing. Yesterday I only had music playing. Today we're chatting. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, it's because I'm at a cafe again, coffee house. So. Got this thing where I clearly the head space is a little off, and I've been kind of just nitpicking parts of this image. Anyway, but part of the benefit of taking multiple days on this is that I can see the flaws and adjust them. His eyes still look kind of off. But anyway, just little adjustments here and there, little things. About there. Let's undo that. Shrink that brush size a little smaller. I'm just gonna barely lift this eyebrow. Yeah, so anyway, lots of this liquify stuff going on. Talked about not using this stuff before just because I feel like, as far as the study goes, it's beneficial to just work from the ground up. But, I don't know. It's just there's little changes now that it would be silly to go in and redo the whole thing. The one thing I'm noticing is just like just a bunch of these little things that are off. I feel like there's another thing we could do today. I feel like we should do something different. Oh, I see what I did. So the reason his headspace is off. The reason his headspace is off is because there's not enough torso showing. That's it. That's the big thing I've had off this whole time. Don't know why I just noticed it, but I did. Yeah, that's a big thing that's off, I just realized. I guess I canceled it, okay. Yeah, let's do something different. Let's do a live drawing. I feel like this is just better. Just want to kind of play around with something different here. And this is just what I want to do, I think. Kind of shake it up a bit. Okay. So I'm just going to draw something that's on the table. But let's see here. There's a coppery color here. I realize I never posted the actual lessons for this week at all, so sorry to hear about that. We'll get back onto the comp breakdowns during the weekdays. Again, too, if you hear a bunch of weird stuff in the background, it's just because I'm at a coffee shop. And how many people are like naming their brushes the way Shadi Safadi does? That's a clever way to do it. I kind of just use I use the menu with the stroke, so I don't really have the name on the brush. You know? Spacing needs to be turned up a bit. Okay, there we go. It's 12 o'clock. It's not really the angle I'm looking at it. It's one thing that kind of got this issue right now is I'm not really getting the correct angle on it. That looks slightly more correct. You know, if you're just joining me, we're just doing a still life today. It's Sunday, and I want to change things up a bit. And we'll get back to the composition breakdowns and the other stuff on the Monday. I kind of want to just figure this stuff out. So yeah, we're doing a still life. Just pick up something and just draw it. It doesn't really matter. It's not that important what it is, or like, just the lighting. The lighting's kind of important. You gotta like figure out the lighting. That's about it though. And I keep saying it, and I haven't really organized it yet, but I'm going to organize like a still life session one weekend where instead of going on to live stream, I'll do it through Google Hangouts, and I'll have some other artist buddies of mine. I'll be doing a still life from wherever we are and just chatting a bit, and or it'll be like a Saturday morning, I think, and people could just come in and watch and just, you know, come in and watch, and then just, you know, do your still life, and you can see some other artists that are kind of just where I'm at, I feel like, or maybe just a little ahead of me, even. Just all of us get together and chat. Just talk about just music, movies, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah. Try and need to block in some shapes here real quick. The size relation is really off. Right. This should be like right over here or something. Anyway, there's a chance my buddy Carlton is going to show up, and you'll just hear me talking with him for a little bit. But you're just catching up with me. I'm at a coffee shop today. I'm doing a little still life. I'm just drawing my hard drives that are just on the table next to me. So maybe I should do this differently. I feel like I'm just not getting this right. But I'll do it. I'll get this right. Let me just figure out how I want to go about this. Okay. Start with my object. My this is my what do they call it? Western Digital hard drive, and I use this. It's a terabyte hard drive that I use to hold all my stuff. You know, like my external files and things, like so I don't bog down my computer. But more specifically, it's my scratch drive for Photoshop. So by having an external scratch drive, I can whatchamacallit? Can't even think of what I'm saying right now. Oh, I can speed up Photoshop. I can just not speed it up, I just make it run more efficiently. Let's see what's going on here. I got a text message. Oops. I almost moved my still life, which wouldn't have been good. So, anyway. this cord comes out, and it comes up and around. I know there's a different way to do these. I know like Alex Negria, he does like the pin tool. He pin tools out the shape first, and then he goes in and paints within that, so it's like real precise. And he gets these like his still lifes look like photos almost. I haven't actually watched his like his little video, his like learn how to digitally paint in 5 hours. But I'll probably buy it just to check it out, just because I just like to watch that kind of stuff. I like to have that kind of stuff playing while I'm doing work, just to kind of see what other people do, you know? Not so much like not like you need to adopt techniques of other people, but just it's nice to learn how others are doing what they do, and you might decide to change your own workflow based upon that. So anyway, it's a smart thing to keep up with the Joneses, you know. Someone's using a new technique, trying to figure out how they did it. That guy Reed Southern does that all the time. And what's his name? Matthias, do the RGB trick at the Massive Black Workshop. Basically, you know, like you're either got your system down and you try and experiment with other people's every now and then, or you don't concern yourself with other people's techniques and you try and push. I feel like you try and push Photoshop and try and learn new techniques, like create new techniques. So I like to learn different techniques and see if I can't utilize them. But I'm probably going to try using the pin tool for this still life, because I've never really thought of using it like that. In the end, it's the same, right? The same in regards to you're trying to accurately depict what you see using a tool, right? And you think of using the pen tool like using a, what do you call it? You gotta think of using the pen tool like using a ruler and drawing a building. Like you just kind of have to do it. If you're doing it like traditionally, you can't really wing it. If you're doing technical drawing, I mean, I'm talking about a specific kind of drawing. I feel like an architect drafting, like you got to use a straight edge. You can't just not use a straight edge. And it'd be nice to use like you know, try and do it without. I think most of the time I do my studies, I don't use any kind of Photoshop help, just because I'm trying to train my hand to move the right way. You know, like I'm trying to train my muscle memory to do what I need to do. But it is also nice just to practice seeing reproducing what you see, and just not even worrying about the technique, just doing it. Just reproduce what you see. That's all you got to worry about. Anyway, yeah, I think that's something that everyone should do. Whether you're developing or whether you're actually like getting some regular jobs, you should always find out what other people are doing. Just make sure that, see if you're not doing something dumb. Like you might find out there's a technique you're doing that's just not the right thing to do. And you might find out like I was watching Shadi Safadi's videos, and he was going through his Wacom settings for his Wacom tablet, and he's basically saying like you have a button set to undo, but it's not actually undo. It's your step back. Excuse me. It's a step back button, and you don't undo anything in Photoshop. You take a step back in history, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't used Photoshop enough. But the history tool, the history panel, is a panel that, if you're watching this on YouTube, you don't know what I'm talking about. The history panel is this thing up here. It tells you everything you've done, up to like 20 steps, or you can set it to whatever. But when people say they undo things in Photoshop, what they really mean is that they're taking a step back in the history panel. Because if you undo in Photoshop, which I'll undo right now, undo just, well, I can't undo. Well, undo just, undo, what am I trying to say? Undo, that's because I'm just thinking about the curve here. But undo just, what do you call it? Criminy. Undo just undoes one step, and then when you keep doing undo over and over again, you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But when you do the history tool, you actually step back in what you've done, in the series of actions you've done. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's do this again. So this is the first time I've done these like a steady with the pen tool. And I'm really kind of keeping everything separate as far as layers are organized. And if y'all hear a bunch of people talking, it's because I'm at a coffee house. I'm at a coffee house in Austin, Texas, drawing my hard drive for an hour. It's just funny. Oops. That means I lost connection. What's the background noise? Hey everybody. Hope I'm still streaming okay. Where's my window? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 3 4. 5 6 7 8. Check 1 2. Here we go. Back. Am I back? Hey, I'm at a coffee house. If you just joined, oops, that just didn't work. Let me go back. It's not really an odd place to have a live stream. It's an odd place if the coffee house kicks you off, or taking a bandwidth. I think if you, oh wow, that's really, if you, just joined, the internet might drop out. So every so often, I kind of forgot about this, but at the place I'm at, that the wireless will reset. I mean, the reason I'm doing it at a coffee house is because I want to. just because I want to have a coffee and sit over here and do this. I think you joined in when it reset, because I don't think it's been cutting out the whole time. If it's working steadily now, it's because it just reset, and it'll be okay for a while. And then I think in 30 minutes, and that's probably when I'm gonna be done anyway. I'm just trying out this pin tool thing. Well, I'm not trying it out. I've never used it for studies. I believe this is the what we'll call the Alex Negria technique. Only because I've seen his little YouTube video thing. Well, I've only seen like the advertisement for it. I haven't actually bought the video. But I will buy the video because I like to keep up to date with people's techniques. Yeah, the thing is I was going to do this at the house and then come here and meet up with a friend. But I ended up like showering and stuff, so I can explain that to you. But let me first tell you what I was doing. I showered, so I postponed my arrival time to this coffee house. So that's why I'm live streaming here and not at the house I was at. Which would have made more sense if I live streamed at the house I was at, but I think I'm meeting a friend here. If not, I'm just live streaming. It's okay. It's cool. No biggie. I'll explain how the pin tool works because I literally just learned how to use it like a few days ago. I know how the one works in Illustrator is different. The one in Photoshop is also different. Oops. Let's see here. Okay, so the one in Illustrator is a lot better than this one. Just so y'all know, if you ever use Adobe Illustrator, it's just more fluid, and I don't know why Photoshop doesn't just make the pin tool the same in both programs, or why Adobe, sorry. I don't know why Adobe doesn't make the pin tool the same in both programs, because it just, the Photoshop one just isn't as good, and I don't know why they would choose to keep it like that. Anyway, so this is how it works. Let me just click off. Let me just redo this whole thing I'm doing. Let's trash this. Okay. You select the pen tool. Select the pen tool, and basically when you click the pen tool, it creates a point. If you click somewhere else, it makes a straight line. And then, you know, like you create like shapes, right? So you have an option. You have an option of square clicking objects like this, and then you go into the pen tool, and there's this thing called convert point, and then you could change up the shape after the fact so that you can make it match whatever it is you're trying to work on, right? So like that's one way of doing it. And then you click off, like, I think, how do you do it? There's a way to click off it, and for some reason I can't do it right now. Anyway, here we go. This one. The path selection tool and the direct selection tool. You access them with A. When you click off with that, it'll click away from whatever path you're selecting. But this is also the tool to move your pen tool around. Let me zoom in so y'all can see it better. So here's the pen tool, like circle I just made. Here's the triangle I made. The reason I can drag these around is because I selected it with this arrow on the bottom. It's A. Direct select's different. Direct select selects. The direct select selects a specific point. So the difference between the black arrow and the white arrow down here is that I can select individual anchor points. So with the direct select, I can select this anchor point and move it. And then with the black arrow, I can select the entire path. And the direct select also allows me to adjust the anchor points based on their fixed position. So that's the difference with these two, right? So like if you had it up here and I'm trying to like circle this thing, I could go down to the direct select and be like, okay, let me move this over here. And I can move this, oops, direct select, you can move the point here and then you come up here and move it back here. And then you could like adjust by tweaking the anchor points that you've already set, right? Now, there's another way to do it. And the other way is to create the curves as you work, right? That way, you got to go to the pen tool again. It's a lot of noise, I'll wait a bit. What you hear is a hand dryer in a bathroom. The door is like really thin, I guess. Okay, there we go. So with the, if you want to do a curve selection, like let's say I'm going to try and outline this thing now. So I'd start here and you know, like right here. And I know this line's straight, so I just click here and it makes a straight line. Oops. Click up here. No, make it here. I guess it's not straight, so it should be straight. No, that's slightly curved. So let me undo that. Okay, so click your point. You click another time for a straight line. I'm going to have a curve here. So that means I'm going to click near the end of the curve. So like I don't click in the curve, I'll click at the end of the curve. And then I pull. And I make it match the curve I want, right? Once you've matched the curve you want, this is what you normally would do, right? You probably have done this. You make the curve and then you click somewhere and it curves it for you somewhere else, and you don't want that, right? Or if you were to continue clicking and I pulled here and I went over like here, it kind of curves it at the wrong angle, you know? So what you do is you press Option. Now if you see when I press Option, my pen tool is going to turn into that convert point tool. I'm holding down Option. And then I take my anchor point and I just pull it back and I just like stick the handle back inside itself. Just like keep it there. Now I can click again. I'm just going to make a straight line. Then I click again. Okay, I want to start the curve, so I pull it out. But I don't want the curve to like be dictated by the tool. I want to dictate it myself, so I'll push the handle back in. Click, pull. And then you Option, put it back in. That's kind of how it works. So, and then I picked up this. I mean, like I actually learned how to use. I learned how to use the pen tool back in college, but I used it like I said before. I click, 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 and then I cover up the points. But to actually do it as you go, I learned that from the Alex Negria YouTube video. The one where he renders like a shoulder pad or something. He has a shoulder pad and he shows off his technique, and he uses the pen tool a lot, and he keeps his file really organized. That's something that I really think it's something he does a lot that's more unique. Yeah, a lot of points individually, I mean, you just get these smoother curves. That's like the only difference, really. But yeah, I used to just create, like, if I were doing this before, I would have clicked here, clicked here, clicked here, click, 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 and basically I go back after the fact and I adjust the curves with the convert point tool. But there's just a better way of doing it with It's just a better way of doing it when you can just go along and do it as you go. And it's not a better way, it's just faster. So it's not necessarily better, it's just faster. That's like the big difference. Oops, I didn't mean to click the type tool. Your main one, you don't have Photoshop available right now, unfortunately, but with... Yeah. Anyway, this is like, let me erase all these real quick, 'cause this is, yes. Okay. So, what was I doing? Oh, let me lay this down. So we've got to match this curve here, because right now I'm creating my hard drive. Whoa, whoa, it's going haywire. Just creating my hard drive right now, and that's just something that I decided to do on the fly, because I just felt like we've had such a steady stream of these composition studies that we've got to do something a little different now. I don't want to like purposely make myself bored with my own studies. Anyway, that line looks straighter to me. In real life it looks pretty straight, but I know it's slightly curved.
Would you come over to the bar and check it out? Yeah.
I wonder why it's doing that now. It's getting really wild on this other side. It doesn't matter, I'll fix it after the fact, so. Oh, I know what it's doing. I'm clicking the wrong button. What button am I clicking? Control. Ah, that's the thing. That's what it is. Don't click control, click option, because control gives you gives you less control for some reason. I don't know why, it just does the same thing, it's just less control. Option, see how it stays steady now? I'm not like fighting it back and forth. I'm learning all this new stuff. Anyway, I think the one thing about this, like using this pen tool to create objects and stuff, is I'm not really having fun doing this. That's something else that I like just coloring, like painting it in. I don't like this pen tool as much because it's not as fun for me to actually do it. It's kind of a big deal, you know, like. But I gotta think about, like, is it more important to have fun, or is it more important to get it right? I feel like having fun is more important. Because otherwise I just do some other job and not worry about having fun. Ah, crap. Let me get this fixed. There's a bunch of hustle and bustle going on in this place. We gotta hear these, like, small bits of conversation. Okay. So if I use the direct select, I can move this down a bit to like here, which is more correct. I can move this down a bit too. And I can also move this down a bit, and then this goes further down. There we go. So yeah, so the pen tool, I feel like, I mean, I got these real precise lines, which is great. Like, I like that. But it does feel more like I'm just sitting here trying to reproduce this thing versus like, I don't know, having fun. That's only the main thing I'm thinking about right now, actually. Just the whole act of having fun. If I click here, I know it resets it. It needs to be further down. It needs to be like really close. Like this. Yeah, that's how it needs to be. So anyway, yeah. I think my feedback to everyone would be like, I don't think this is as fun as just painting it. That should be considered when adopting a technique. Because I know, how many of y'all, I don't know how many of y'all have seen it, but if you're watching on the YouTube video later, there's a DVD from Massive Black where Brad Rigney shows his technique, where he does a smudge tool. There's a lot of the smudge tool. Basically the entire piece is the smudge tool. And it looks really cool, and he's got this really great, like, subtle variations in value. But I've tried it, and I just don't have as much fun with that smudge tool technique, because I feel like I'm just sitting there rubbing the entire image slowly. Hey CJ, what's up? I'm trying out this Alex Negria stuff, like, you know, his like pen tool life study stuff, you know. But I was just telling everyone I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that it's just not as fun for me. I feel like I'd rather just paint it. I'd rather paint it and have some imperfections than make it really precise and not have fun. That's my conclusion. That's my conclusion. But whatever, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just one study today. Yay, hit the pen. Did you actually watch his video, Alex Negria's video? Like the one where he talks about like the five, like how to digitally paint in 5 hours or something? I think it's basically him doing a study explaining everything he's doing. But anyway, to everyone watching, if anyone's tried Brad Rigney's smudge tool technique, that's another thing that I just don't have as much fun doing. Just got a lack of I don't know, the immediacy of mark making. I like the mark making. CJ is going to watch it today, actually. Yeah, I watched the cycle one. After you told me about it, I watched it like that same day. I was like, oh, I need to watch these videos. CJ, have you seen you've seen the Shadi Safadi videos that he did? He does like his like landscape, kind of breaks down his whole process. Yeah, you should check it out. It's that one. I think that's it. He used to work at Naughty Dog. He used to work at Naughty Dog. I think. I don't know if he still does or not, but I think that's what his background is. Man, sorry about that. That noise in the background. Sorry. Well, I'm at a coffee house. So, anyway. Coffee house, and people are like walking back and forth now. It was pretty dead in here though when I got in here, so it was a little less noisy. But, yeah. Going on. You had to watch those today as well. Yeah, those are good though. Those are really funny. Those his videos are pretty funny. Like anyway. Oops, wrong layer. Ah, damn it. Just went wrong damn layer. I could have sworn I clicked the right layer. There we go. That's what I wanted. YouTube. Pedro, hello Pedro. Hello everybody. I don't know if I've said hello. I've been doing these at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Changed up a little bit. So if people are wondering when I'm getting on, during the weekdays 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But weekends I kind of do it whenever. See, like I like just like this, like carving the shape out. Uh-oh, disconnection. Check 1, 2. Yo, yo, yo. Man, it's the loudest. It's just the loudest noises going on right now. Anyway, see what's going on here. I think I'm back on. I think I'm streaming. See if it's true. See if it's true. See if it's true. Show all windows. Said I'm streaming. Okay, I think I'm back on. Cool. Anyway, CJ, yeah, I'm at a coffee house and the Wi-Fi resets every now and then. So that, so that, so that, so that, CJ. Yo, dude, we need to, yo, dude, what the hell am I doing? Yo, dude, we need to, next time there's a workshop, both of us need to try and get there, meet up in person. Anyway, sorry that middle school me came out. I was just like, yo, dude. Yo, dude. I can tell you all this much. Alex Negria has a much more precise way of setting up his layers and keeping them organized. I'm not doing that, so I'm just not right now. To make some headway on this study. Him, oh, and Shadi Safadi. Spectrum and Candace, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go to that. I probably won't be able to go to another one until like next year's like massive black one. Preferably in LA again. Makes it easier for me. That's more. Y'all understand what that noise is? It's just a girl's bathroom. Sitting next to the girl's bathroom, and people walk out, and the hand dryer's going, and some dude just like screaming. The barista. The barista just screaming. It's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Just in this crazy place. That's what it's like to be in Austin, Texas. It's just wild here. It's just wild. See what I've done? I've reverted to my regular just brushing thing I do. Because I'm having more fun doing this. But down to go to one. Yeah, I feel like I've only been to one. I've only been to the Massive Black one, but it's like super crazy. Super crazy. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you're ever going to be in a town too, nearby, I should meet up. Okay. Let's see here. There's. I'm trying to think of how the way the window is like covered up with some kind of plastic, it makes the light look yellow. Anyway. It's also got some worms because like the countertop's actually copper. Y'all can't see that yet because I haven't put anything that would indicate it is metal down yet, but countertop's actually copper. God, I forgot that I'm close to the bathroom. That's my own fault. Whatever. He's that guy that live streams from the. He's that guy that live streams from the bathroom. That coffee house. Isn't that unsanitary? Yes, it's unsanitary. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that again. keep apologizing for the bathroom. Oh, there it goes again. So, anyway, you'll have to get used to that. Just gonna have to get used to it. This is your first time. If this is your first time joining me, I don't normally live stream from not a bathroom, a coffee house. I don't normally live stream from a coffee house, so it won't be as loud during the week if you come in and join me. It's just, I'm at the house normally and it's really quiet and I'm the only one up, so. Yeah, so like I'm in this back room and when I got here there was like no one here. But I guess it's like lunchtime, so like business is picking up, and now like everyone's like going to the bathroom to wash their hands and stuff. Just trying to be healthy people. But also it means that every time a girl walks into the bathroom, they open the door and you hear like this buzzing of the hand dryer. Okay. Sorry, I just checked. I don't know why I said okay out loud. I just checked my Facebook messages. Here we go again. Here we go again. See, the thing is, if they don't have the blow dryer going on, it means they don't wash their hands. It's gross. And that's gross. I'm still with us. I'm still with you. Am I? I think so. I feel like this live stream just eats up the computer, like my memory and stuff. It's really like really kind of eats that up. Anyway, welcome to the pin tool. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? If you didn't hear what just happened, that was the door closing from the bathroom. And there was no blow dryer, which means you should wash your hands. You didn't wash your hands. To all you girls out there, I'll say it to the guys too. Guys are fucking disgusting. Wash your damn hands, you go to the bathroom. Gross. Just gross. You can't not wash your hands. What the hell's wrong with you? It's nice and quiet now. There's no music playing. No nothing. Oh, that's the barista. Yeah. Anyway, this is my hard drive. Just want all y'all to see what it looks like. It's basically sitting next to me at all times when I'm painting. Yeah. Kind of off on this actually. Well, I'm not really off on the shape. Like this is correct here. Anyway, just still life in it. Yeah. So the next still life though, I'll get it planned out. I keep saying it, but I will plan it out. We'll do a live Google Hangout session and just live stream and chit chat with people and just talk about music, movies, whatever. People can join in, do their own still life. I keep saying, when I saying live stream, I meant still life. People could do their own still life and like listen in on the Google chat, and we'll have it on YouTube or whatever. But however you do it with Google Hangouts. But it'll be probably a Saturday morning. It'll probably be really boring if you're not like an artist and wanted to like draw a still life on a Saturday morning. Like the rest of like the world is not interested in that. Just that I'm not gonna be interested in it. There's a bunch of subtle gradients going on here that I'm not putting it in yet. Gotta block in just the shape first. Yeah. Subtle stuff. Oh my god, see what happened to you? It's the barista singing. I haven't been drinking my cappuccino. It's delicious. Just so y'all know, it's delicious. Yeah, I think something to Great Dictator. This just sounds funny saying it like that. Something to Great Dictator. Oh, masterful one. You'd probably have more fun if you were doing a cast drawing of like a face, you know, like a like a face, you know, like a head bust. You'd probably have a lot more fun doing that. Oh my god. It's so loud. Sorry. Yeah, you'd probably have a lot more fun doing like a head bust. Because it's a still life, but it's not, you know, it's not just a thing. It's not like a, what you might call it. It's not like, you know, like an apple. It's, you know, it's a little statue of something. You should just go onto Amazon and buy yourself a head bust. But also, Great Dictator, I found that there's a company that makes Star Wars head busts, so you could just be doing a head bust study of Lord Vader himself. The whole point is just drawing from life. So like, you can draw like your little like Darth Vader statue from life, and it still helps out. It'll still work. Let's see here. This is the real. This is real subtle. Sorry, I'm just really thinking about this curve. Just making it look good. Of course, I didn't actually select it. There we go. It's got to be the little dotted lines to select. Also, you should hide the selections because I feel like oftentimes I think that little animation of the selection takes up some of your RAM. Kunas, not exactly up to par with dollars. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Kunas are. Kunas? Kunas? Am I just saying like some slang word really, like, I don't know how I say it. Am I just saying like some slang word super square? I don't know, square. This is the fact that I use square really square in itself. Croatian currency. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Croatia. Okay. If you have no idea where you're from, makes more sense. Yeah, I understand. I don't have monies to be doing stuff like that. That's why I'm. If you notice what I'm doing, I'm drawing my hard drive, so that kind of shows you where I'm at right now with money. And I'm drawing a plaster cast. I'll draw the plaster cast later when I have some plaster cast spending money to spend it on. Until then, just draw my hard drive. Yeah. That's like the calling card of how much money you're making. Are you drawing your hard drive, or are you drawing a plaster cast? Is the plaster cast nice, or is it really crappy? Is it a crochet, or is it like the wooden guy that you buy at all the art stores? As you level up in experience, to level up in what you draw. But kind of doing whatever. And in general, though, I think still life is really pretty important. I learned the most from doing still life, and that's it. I learned the most from doing still life and photo stuff, but like photo stuff that I take myself, like reference photos. I learn more from my own reference photos than I do from like just whatever I can find. Like if I have a specific thing I need to do, it's easier for me to take the reference of myself or like my girlfriend or something, and use that than it is to try and find the perfect pose. Then you waste your time trying to find the perfect pose, and it's just not worth it. This is, yeah. Just do it like, the best way to do it is just like this, like kind of like what I'm doing now. Just do it for an hour, and then stop. And then tomorrow, do it just for an hour, and then stop. And just like, by the end of the week, you'll have done it for 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like you slowly kind of just add on to it. And like, it's one of those things where it's just, you just kind of like add on, and you don't think about it, and then like by the end of the week you're like, oh, I did a still life for 7 hours. And it looks like I did 7 hours of work, because, you know, spend that time on it. It adds up. See if I can't give that kind of metal look. Some like kids in front of me making a bunch of noise. Gonna start putting in the values for the background, because they're gonna really start affecting how this object reads on the image, on the blah, blah, blah. It's going to start affecting how the foreground reads against the background. So I got to start putting in the values correctly. And you're going to hear a bunch of noise now. Anyway. Something that helped me like focus on just sitting down and doing the work, because I was less like in the mindset for a while, but like you could like go on and you could go on and find someone's live streams and just like turn on whatever they're doing and just listen to the live stream while you work for the same amount of time, you know? Like, let me give you an example. This is kind of like a general example to everyone. Like one morning, I was gonna get up really early to draw, and I wanted to get up like at 7 a.m. to draw and just start my day and like really get going. And I was really tired, and as I woke up, I didn't really feel like drawing. Like at 7, I felt like sleeping a few more hours and then waking up and working. And then my phone went off because I have the live stream app. So like whenever someone live streams, my phone like notifies me. So my phone went off, and like I think it was James Zapata, or I think it was Dave Raposa. Dave Raposa was just like live streaming, right? And he's got he's different time zone than I am, but like he would have been streaming at like 8 a.m. And it was like, ah, shit. Well, if someone else is up streaming and doing work at this time, and he did it for like 3 hours or 4 hours. Like if he's gonna do it like that, then I have to get up and do it too. Like I have to get out of bed and do this, because it's just there's no reason to not do it at this point. Like, so what if I'm tired this one day today? Like in a few years down the road, I'm not really gonna care that I was tired this one morning. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like that just do it kind of thing. Like just get up and do it, you know? Like, I know that's kind of a hard thing to say because it doesn't really do anything. It's like saying to someone like just be better. Just be better. Just focus more. Just focus more than you've been focusing. It's not that easy, I know. I know it isn't. That's kind of why I scheduled my studies at 8 a.m. Not sorry, 8 a.m. 9 a.m. I scheduled my studies at 9 a.m. So I have to get up by 8 to try and like make coffee, wake myself up, and get online and stream. Like I have to. Like people are expecting me to get on now, right? So like it's part of my incentive to like not look like an idiot. Because if you say you're gonna get online and do a study, and people are gonna like join you, and you don't, then you're a flake, right? You're a flake, and they're gonna go, oh, he's not actually seriously doing this. So like for me, it was very much an important part that I set a time that I would get up and do it, and make myself do it that way. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna be looked at like a flake. Like, oh, here's that guy that said he was gonna do studies every day, and he's not. So whatever. Why should I even bother to watch him paint a hard drive? Why should I watch him paint this hard drive? He doesn't even do studies. I'll watch the other guy that does the studies every day paint the hard drive. Oops. Chopped out. Last job. I think that's the last one. It's the last one, people. It's gonna drop out as we come back. It's just one of those things where like it's one of the, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, just if you go back and read the blog posts of people, like if you find the old threads or the blog posts from like James Zapata or like Dave Raposa or who else? Dan Warren. Go look at the old, like go to the blog and go back in history to like the earliest blog entry and just read all of the entries. read what they were doing like every week, every day, and you could just follow along and see exactly what they were doing and like how focused or hard they were working, you know. And you could follow along and be like, oh, okay, so if they did it and they're at the place where they are now, then I can do it. All I gotta do is just sit and work. It's the only thing. You just gotta sit and work. Otherwise, it's not that big a deal, really. It's not. The only reason I draw the way I do now is because I sat and drew in class all day. In high school, middle school, elementary school. That's the only reason. I didn't think about it then, though. I wasn't like taking it seriously. But like, I was just drawing for fun and just, you know, practicing and stuff. I didn't take it as seriously as I do now. Well, obviously, I'm trying to do it professionally, so I better take it seriously. Let's see here. I'm gonna kind of center this just because I don't need that extra space right now. I'm also gonna up-res it. I'll probably work on this. Oh, I can't really work on this tomorrow. You're not gonna be here tomorrow. I mean, I'm not gonna be at this location physically. I could take a picture, but do I really want to take a picture and draw this again tomorrow? Talk about what I'm learning. What's going on here? Don't place my eyes. I don't know what's going on. No, you're naturally talented by the way you like to do tattoos. Same, you're talking to me. Okay. Anyway. Let's just do the work, guys. Let's just work, and then let's all meet up at the next workshop, and you can see what we look like in person. And ideally, I'll have started running a lot more since, you know, by then, and be in better shape. Something else I need to do. I gotta run today. Actually, I think I should go home and run after the study's over. Running, exercise, super important. It's the most important, really. It's the most important because it actually affects your, you know, life in general. The living of life. You gotta run. You don't have to run, but you gotta work out. You gotta like exercise. If you're just gonna be doing illustration, just sitting down, literally sitting down all day. Or if you stand, I guess you're standing all day, but like, it's not the same as like running or just taking some time to lift some weights. Do push-ups. Just do push-ups even. Push-ups are good. Push-ups are one of the most effective workout things you can do. And you absolutely need nothing to do them. All you need to do is get down on your hands and do the push-ups. Like that's the most effective chest workout is like just doing a push-up. And like if they're easy, if you're doing like 100 and there's no problem, you just move your hand position and it makes it harder. It's just awesome. It's awesome to do that. I just got this. Oh. He actually talking to me if I'd like to do tattoos. Is that like a legitimate question? Is that part legit? I've had someone ask me about tattoos. They're like, would you be able to design a tattoo for me? And the answer is always like, yeah, I mean, do you want me to? And then like that's it. They never like tell me anything else. It's just like, have you ever designed tattoo before? I'd be like, yeah. I mean, like, I could. I haven't done it before. I never found a way to exercise and way to keep going. Well, thing is, too, like, once you start, this is for me, like, this is coming from me and my own personal habits. I used to get distracted a lot more when I was, like, starting out. Like, I got distracted really easily, right? And so, like, I'd waste time just on the internet, not actually drawing. But, like, when I run for, like, 30 minutes. So, like, I run, like, 3 miles, 30 minutes, and, like, shower and stuff. And that little bit of time during the day, it's not a lot of time, really. It's not, you're not, like, losing time. Not that much time. And, the big difference is, I'm losing my train of thought again, but, when you start really working, like really focusing, you gotta keep your pen moving. Like, the only time you actually get work done is when you're moving a pen on paper or a pen on a tablet. Like, that's the work time. Everything else is like, I mean, emailing, it's like work too and stuff, but let's talk about that. So, like, emailing and trying to get clients, that's all work too. But, specifically the actual, like, act of drawing, like, you gotta have the pen moving. You can't be, you can't progress if there's nothing going on. I'm just gonna take a picture of this. I think I'll just try and do this tomorrow too. Let me see. Anyway, let's see if I can. Riding a bike. Go to renew my gym membership today. Go skate for about an hour. Yeah, that's all good. I just know that I'll get into these working modes where I'm working, and then, like, by the day 2, I have to get up, because all of a sudden, like, it hits me that I've just been sitting down in the same spot for literally 2 days straight. And it's just like, oh, this is gross. I can't do this. I gotta go outside. I gotta run. I have to. Like, it's just healthy to, go out for a walk at least. For me, it hits me. Like, it hits me like a sudden, like, like when you're hungry, you're like, oh, I'm hungry. It hits me like, oh, I need to, like, go outside. I need to, like, breathe actual fresh air. I can't actually just stay inside all day. It's not healthy to stay inside all day. Even if you just take your sketchbook out and go for a walk and then go sit down somewhere and sketch, like, just the act of, like, sketching outside instead of sitting inside and sketching, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. It's better to do that than, this area is pretty pink. I'm trying to see if I can't recreate this somehow. It's more of like this combination of pinks from the copper. It's like this peachy pink color. Blend it. Because this whole bottom portion is being hit by this reflective light, so the whole bottom portion here is actually just this pink. That's how reflective it is. And it stops around here because that's where the cord comes out. And then it's a little brighter right on the edge. See, that's something like this right here. Like if there's one thing I learned today, so it's this. Like the bottom portion of this, hard drive is so reflective in comparison to the table that this entire bottom strip just looks pink, even though I know it's black. Like it, I mean, I kind of know that happens, but just to see it and take notice, it's like, okay. If I were just drawing this, I wouldn't have thought that it would be that reflective, right? You wouldn't think to make it that reflective. But if there's one thing I take away this morning from this hour of study, it's that area is that reflective, and it makes that big of a difference. So for me, like, this hour has benefited me because of that one piece of knowledge. That one piece of knowledge that I picked up just now is like worth sitting here for an hour and doing this. Anyway. CJ, see you later. Pedro, this is a hard drive. It's a Western Digital hard drive I keep with me when I'm working. This area top area kind of curves around, and it actually, you can see it all the way along this edge. Bathroom stuff. More bathroom stuff, people. Not in the world. Not in public. Yeah, I think one of the reasons I'm doing this study at this coffee house, well, besides the fact that I was going to meet somebody and hang out and draw, is that just a change of location is just good, you know? Probably do with a quieter area, but it was quieter earlier. If you listen to the beginning of this video, it's not nearly as loud. But at least we know that plenty of women are washing their hands. Because earlier, we all heard the gross one. The gross one didn't wash her damn hands. I'm just sitting here running commentary about it. There we go. We got this here. It's going to come out. This is the USB port that's going to be connected in to my computer. Check my phone real quick. I probably got to get offline in a second. Probably gonna get offline. Probably gonna go for a run after this. It's also one of those things, like if you draw a lot, you gotta stop yourself and then like if you're working on a project for a long time, you gotta stop yourself and then look at the, take like a few hours or even like sleep on it, and then the next day look at the same piece to make sure that you didn't like mess up, you know. post step practice today. I'm going to daggers. Take a look this evening. Cool. Sweet. So I guess I haven't really talked as much about the actual piece I'm working on, but it's just a still life. That's really it. Just a still life, and just at a coffee house doing it. People that walk by think I'm crazy. I'm just talking to my computer. It's okay. People think you're crazy? Or is that, you're talking about something else? This drawing is very crooked, just so y'all know. It's very crooked, it's very much off skew. It's very much not, like, it's off, in terms of like, in terms of what is actually in front of me. What I'm pulling from it is the way the light reflects, though. I'm not really, kind of don't care that it doesn't match exactly. That's not why I'm studying it. Like, that's not how I'm studying it. I'm not studying it. I'm not too concerned with replicating it exactly. I'm more concerned with taking mental notes as I do this. And so, because I'm taking mental notes and I'm talking constantly, that I'm not going to get this exact, you know? So it's not going to be exact, but what I am taking note of is how many times the black surface reflects the surroundings and at what angles it's doing that, because that's important to me. That's what I want to pick away from this. Just want to take that away and be like, okay, this kind of material is that reflective, which I kind of didn't think about before until now. I guess I thought about it, I just never thought about drawing it. It's benefiting me. I am learning. Learning to love you more. That's a website, or it used to be. It used to be a website, it's no longer a website. Sorry for getting into this, like, just mumbling. I'm trying to make it look somewhat like a decent, completed image before I stop. Somewhat close to what I need it to be. There's actually a really hot edge right here. That's like really white. It's barely, it's like, I mean, like, it's subtle. It's way more subtle than what I just painted in, but I can go back in and erase some of that. So it's just barely on the edge. There's like this rim light that kind of makes it stand out right there. But anyway, that's just something, like, for me, it's not as important. Depending on how I'm doing the study, it's not important for it to match exactly. Because right now the information I'm pulling out is that about how the light reflects. I'm actually going to transform it real quick to kind of make it look more correct so I can show y'all. It's more like that, right there. That's This is the warp tool, it's not the transform tool, by the way. Okay, there. That's more how it looks. Closer to how it looks. It's still a little off, but that's just because my strokes are a little off. So if I undo, you can see that corner was like really up here. It should be further out. Could do a better job with the liquify tool. Oops, maybe not so good of a job. I'm just trying to make it look somewhat more correct than what I was drawing. Still looks off. I'm gonna go ahead and undo everything I just did. See that? I'm gonna undo that. I don't like it. Okay. The warp tool is better. There we go. It's a little more square. Just a little fatter like that. Oh, actually, dude, this is something else. If you're trying to pick out what exactly it is I'm drawing, I'm actually drawing my hard drive in a case. So it's not exactly just the hard drive. It's my hard drive in a case. There we go. Just layer lock that. I can just come in here and do this. That didn't work. Do this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get offline. I'll put this up in the forum. And I want to thank everyone for joining me. This is a good stopping point. I learned today. I learned things. So it's good. And I'll link everyone to stuff on the forum quick. Daily study group. What's today? Daily study group. Gotta think about what video I'm on. Movies, live streams. 22. Am I at 23? I'm at 23. No, not 23. 23 is yesterday. 24. I'm at 24. Okay, there we go. Let's do 24. 24. Anyway, thanks for putting up with the dropping of the internet and the loud noises. Just gonna save this out. There we go. Daily study group. Okay.
Is there a ladies' restroom? Oh, I was like, there's a restroom. There's guys. I thought the girls would be right next to it.